There are marches happening here in Northern California.
One of those is happening right now around the state capitol. KCRA3's Carolina Estrada joins us live with a look at that demonstration. Carolina?
Yeah, well, one thing to point out about this march is that it has been very peaceful overall. It has had several stops, the last one here outside of the state capitol. Let me give you a live look at what we're seeing out here right now. You can see that group of about 100 people that are gathered out here right now. They're chanting, they have signs, they're calling for an end to the ICE raids and arrests that have happened throughout the country, including here in Sacramento. They are also asking for the enforcement tactics used by President Donald Trump's administration to stop. Like I mentioned, overall, it has been very peaceful. It started just after 2 p.m. from Cesar Chavez Park. They walked all the way to the federal building on 7th Street and Capitol Mall. That is where immigration courts are at here in Sacramento, and also the ICE offices. When they arrived, there was a sign that said the building was closed for the day. So they just stood out there. They kept chanting. They had music and then walked here to the state capitol. Now, we had the opportunity to talk to some of the people that have joined this march, all of them from throughout the greater Sacramento area. A woman whose parents are from Nicaragua. She was born here in the United States. She tells us that she decided to join after seeing everything that was unfolding in Los Angeles. She says that she's heartbroken to see the videos and the arrests that are happening here throughout the country in the last couple of days. And we spoke to one of the organizers of this march. She tells us that this really is in response to what has been happening in Southern California. They wanted to show solidarity. However, here in Sacramento, like I mentioned, there has been no incident whatsoever. And one thing that's important to also point out about what happened out here today is that Sacramento police had officers actually monitoring the whole situation throughout the way as they made their way around downtown Sacramento. They were making sure that the traffic was blocked, and they were just keeping an eye on the situation. Now, right now, what they're doing is they're waiting for another group that is walking from Vacaville all the way to Sacramento. This has been a 3-day walk, and really they're doing a walk for immigrant rights. So they're waiting here at the state capitol for those people to arrive. But for now, they're just out here gathering, chanting. We don't know how long they're going to stay out here, but we'll continue to follow this story. For now, live in Sacramento, Carolina Estrada, KCRA3 News.
Carolina, thank you. And yeah, interesting timing, the immigrant rights walk all the way from Vacaville to California, up to the state capitol. Over 3 days had been planned long before this escalation taking place in Los Angeles. So back up over the scene in Live Copter 3, you can see the crowd there that is gathered for the protest Carolina is covering today. From what we understand, more people have been showing up to this march, and they're expecting, again, for this to converge with the second march, part of a 3-day march coming in now from the city of Davis. That's where they started this morning. We have more now on State Attorney General Rob Bonta's announcement that he's filing a lawsuit against the Trump administration over this escalation in enforcement.
Bonta says the deployment of the military in Los Angeles is unconstitutional and tramples the state's sovereignty.
With this order, Trump and Hegseth ignored law enforcement's expertise and guidance and trampled over our state's, California's, sovereignty. They unlawfully invoked a law that's intended to prevent an invasion by a foreign nation or a rebellion, or local and state law enforcement make it so that the laws of the United States cannot be executed. Those are the only 3 triggers that would provide for the invocation of the National Guard, and none of them were present here.
And we're also hearing from California Senator Alex Padilla.
KCRA3's Michelle Bandor continues our live team coverage from the state capitol. Michelle?
Well, yes, and Senator Alex Padilla tells me today that it is just heartbreaking watching what is going on in his hometown of Los Angeles, of the people that he represents, and the demonstrators and protesters here at the state capitol agree with him. This is that state capitol here rally that is happening, and horns are honking, music is playing, chanting is taking on as people are protesting against the ICE raids. Now, as we mentioned, the Northern California Coalition for Just Immigration Reform did organize that 3-day march from Vacaville to Sacramento, and that we're waiting for the merging of the 2 groups to arrive here as they're walking to Sacramento Capitol. And it looks like on the far end, the cheer, The crowd is cheering. They are, if you can come over here, Matt, you can see that the people are arriving on the state capitol grounds here. It's okay if we move forward a little bit so we can see what's going on here. Why don't we just come over here and we'll show you. The crowd started getting excited as this new group is arriving here, as they walked here the 3 days coming here to Sacramento, starting in Vacaville. Again, that's the Northern California Coalition for Just Immigration Reform. And there's more than 200 migrant workers and families that are walking here to the state capitol, arriving now to bring attention to immigrant rights. And that's what Senator Padilla wants people to focus on and to protest here peacefully. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the folks arriving. The crowd is cheering as these two groups are merging here as they are fighting against ICE raids and against the immigration rally that is happening. They're chanting "Si se puede." Now, Padilla says that he's going to keep working to stop the federal government from intervening on people's rights to free speech and to protest. If we want to go ahead and listen to what he's saying as the folks here arrive.
On the government side, we're going to continue to demand information. Eventually, we will get it. Eventually, we will be able to take actions against the overreaches of this White House. But in the meantime, communicating to the public. Again, I'm not suggesting that people go home and not protest. Continue to peacefully protest, and use our voices.
And back out here live, this is the second group that is now merging here on the state capitol with the other group that was marched from the ICE building today. So these folks came here from Davis today, these migrant workers who have been walking here the past 3 days to protest the ICE raids as well as to fight for their rights as migrants. More than 200 people arriving here as they've been walking that long journey for 3 days. I'm going to stop talking just so you can feel the intensity and feel what's happening here as they arrive at the state capitol. As you can see, just a really intense situation as everyone here is merging together to fight for their immigration rights, to fight for what migrant workers want, and to protest against those ICE raids in Los Angeles. We're, of course, going to stay here. We know they're going to speak on the West steps to talk more about their issues. And, of course, we'll stay here for that and bring it to you later throughout our newscast. Reporting live at the state capitol, Michelle Banjour, KCRA 3 News.
Michelle, thank you.